Hi guys, welcome back. Craig Peterson here on WGAN. You know, you can get me as well every Wednesday morning on with Ken and Matt at about 7:38. Last week I got bumped by the governor, but you know, what the heck. It's a good way to get bumped, I guess, is kind of the line. But yeah, every Wednesday at 7:38. with Ken and Matt. And of course, online, you can catch me on pretty much every streaming platform out there. And make sure you join me for these webinars we're having over the next couple of weeks. I'm going to be going into more detail, answering every question you guys have on working from home, the technology to do it, the ways to do it securely. And we're even opening up our calendar for people who need some help with their businesses. And how do we do this, that, or the other thing using the existing equipment you have, maybe some free software to get my people who are working at home working efficiently and effectively. So I'm going to be doing some webinars on that as well. So finishing up the topic of spaces when you're working from home, one of the important things to also consider is if you do have enough room while you're working from home to have more than one space, then you can do something that's really effective, very efficient. And that is you use different spaces for different work tasks. So, for instance, in my case, I am running the business, paying bills, depositing checks, doing all that sort of thing. So I have one space where I do that. I have another space where I'm at right now when I'm, doing radio shows, television interviews, running webinars. That's another space. I have yet another space when I'm reading a book, trying to do some studying. I have a space for meditation. And really all I'm doing is moving around in one room. And that's all you need to do too, so that you can program your brain that when I am in this position, when I'm sitting in this chair facing this direction, I'm doing this. And then with the Pomodoro technique, where you're spending 20 minutes doing something and then taking a 10-minute break, I always get up, I walk out of the area entirely. I might talk to the family, get myself a glass of water or a cup of coffee, whatever it might be, and do a little socializing and help with whatever might be needing some help. And then I go back to my space and I get back to work. And it's absolutely phenomenal. And if you do have people around, that can really help you with feeling a sense of social connection. But if you're working remotely, you can really feel isolated at times. So as part of your routine, you're going to want to try and interact with your coworkers regularly. It's kind of like the old water bottle, where you all kind of meet around there and chat and talk, and what did you do last weekend? Don't feel bad about talking that way. We all need that. Even if you're an introvert, we need to have relationships with other people. We need to talk to other people. So what we do in the office is we use one of these team apps. Now, the only one we use, this is the one we settled on, is the only one that's really secure for doing all of this. And that is Cisco WebEx. And they have different levels. We use the most secure level, obviously. Now, if you are a doctor, I've got to point out right now that there are some temporary rules in place. That's part of this whole COVID-19 Wuhan virus thing that allows you to use things like Slack and Skype, neither of which are secure. So keep that in mind. So those rules will change again, and HIPAA regulations will not allow you to use them again. We use WebEx. Now, you can get it for free right now for 90 days. And it is phenomenal. And it isn't just for meeting, where you've got the camera in your laptop or your computer and you are having a meeting remotely and you can see everybody's faces, which is absolutely wonderful. but it is also for the team collaboration side, where you can have rooms where you can all chat with each other. Now, one of the other advantages to the Cisco WebEx is over everything else, really, that provides any level of security, that is that you can have people who are outside of your organization as a part of a team. So we have it set up so some of our vendors are in certain team rooms and we can talk to them. Our customers are in certain team rooms, so we can talk to them. And then we have the whole thing fully integrated with our phone system as well. So if people call, it drops the transcription of that voice message they might have left into a room for us, so we can see it all in Cisco Teams. Now, if you want, you can go and set it up yourself. If you need a little help, or here's the other side, if you get it through us, we can set you up with a more advanced demo than you can get on the website. So again, you can just email me at craigpeterson.com. I'd appreciate it. We don't make any money off of it from the demo, but hopefully you're going to continue on, and we make literally a couple of bucks a month from it, and we can provide you with a little bit of support and a little bit of training. It's a good thing. Just email me at craigpeterson.com and we can help you with that. But we also integrate things like WebEx into huge phone systems, and it's actually what the military uses, the White House uses. They have some very, very secure systems as well, depending on what you need. So with all of the CMMC stuff, keep that in mind too. If you have to have ITAR compliance, CMMC, HIPAA high tech, etc., this is the system for you. And you can get the basic stuff for free by going to webex.com. And if you want a little bit more, I'd appreciate it if you'd come through me. Do me a favor and just reach out to me at craigpeterson.com, and we can help you out there with getting it all set up, getting you in the place you need to be. So there you go. Chat over these messaging apps, hold meetings with them. The ones you might want to look at, as I said, WebEx is the only one that is nicely integrated, is completely secure at the levels we can provide you with. You cannot get it on their general website. You have to get it from a Cisco partner like us, a WebEx Cisco partner like my company. But Slack is great. I have used it a lot. It's just not secure and doesn't have all of the features that WebEx has, not even close. Slack's good. You might look at Zoom, which is terribly insecure. It's not as insecure as Skype is, but Zoom is really bad. They made some major design decisions that have opened up security holes you could drive a Mack truck through. It's just crazy. But I do use Zoom. If you've been on some of my webinars, some of them we hosted on Zoom because people are used to that. And I'm not so worried about security on Zoom. But the problem with the Zoom security, the most recent problem, and why we don't allow it to be used in any of our clients that have CMMC or other high-tech restrictions, is Zoom had a back door that they punched out of the network in order to allow them to control some of the aspects of your Zoom conferences. And that was just a huge no-no. They just got slapped badly. But, check these things out. If you are using Microsoft Office 365, there's some collaboration tools there. And I'm going to talk more about the collaboration tools on my webinars again this week. We did cover them last week. I have not made replays available of these webinars because I really want you guys to attend them live if you can. And I think coming up, I will make replays available. So if you register, I will let you watch a replay. But I really want you guys on these webinars. And I know 70% of people say they will never attend a webinar, never sign up for a webinar. Believe me, these are not high-pressure pitch events. They are where I'm trying to help you out, trying to get you going and trying to answer your questions, okay? So make sure you do sign up. Now, the last rule, and the rule that I violate most often, is try to end work at the same time every day. So obviously there's going to be times when there's a late deadline or a project needs after hours attention. There's times where I mentioned that I will work 24 hours. I've gone 3 days straight once to try and solve a problem, which we didn't cause, but the client needed it solved. And so we stepped in and worked with other vendors and we got the problem solved. But in most situations, a 10 p.m. work email can wait until the following day for a response. And remember, when we're in these work-at-home environments, that some people are going to start work at 6 a.m., some at 9, some at noon, and complete their jobs 8, 10 hours later. So they might be on a schedule where an 8 p.m. email goes out from them. And we all project, right? And they're going to project. And they're going to kind of expect you to be working the same hours they're working, although that's not necessarily the case. So even though they may sound a little anxious, get them used to the fact that you're working from 8 till 5. And that's it. You're working from 8 till 5, and I'll get back to you tomorrow. And don't even respond to the email that comes in at 10 p.m. I think that's important for a lot of people's sanity. For me, I just enjoy this so much. If I wasn't paid for it, I'd still do it. And as you know, I do a lot of it and don't get paid for it. So I guess that is testament to that, right? Bottom line. So the hour is up. I can't believe it here. We're going to the top of the next hour. When we get back, we're going to talk about some of the stuff to think about from your ISP. You have an internet service provider. That's how you get your internet. So what are some of the considerations here? What has the FCC done this week? And what have some of the major providers done as well in telling us about what they are going to do to make our lives working from home a little bit easier? And don't forget, I'm going to repeat this again. Sign up now so you can get all of this information. You can find out about my webinars that we're going to be doing, some of the classes, all of the free stuff. I really want to help you out. CraigPeterson.com/subscribe. That's why I've been on the air now for about 25 years, just trying to help people understand what's going on in the security realm, the technology realm, and we need to understand it right now. So stick around. We're going to talk about that ISP and what that means to you, what are the things you need to consider, and subscribe at CraigPeterson.com/subscribe. And you're listening to me on WGAN and, of course, online, CraigPeterson.com.